カムは太宰さんとつながってる。話があるそうだ。太宰さん
Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Bungo Stray Dogs Season 2, Episode 11, Rashoumon, the Tiger, and the Last Emperor. Last episode was focused, one part was focused on Rumble and him solving this riddle, this murder, and getting information from Pope. And then they brought that information to the agency, and then they came up with a plan to try to stop the guild. And then the guild, like, they vacated what was the ship called? Moby Dick. They vacated Moby Dick apart from the guy whose ability is Moby Dick and the last emperor, Francis, being in the control room where they can stop the thing from plummeting to the earth. So it's like Atsushi had infiltrated Moby Dick and Akutagawa as well. So now they were like facing each other. I'm like, guys, you have something else better to do than fighting each other right now. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider support on Patreon at patreon.com/feelingme. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. Yeah, I was saying about when I was asking myself if Francis is, when he used all his money and he gained all that strength, if he was gonna basically self implode, because I was thinking about an episode of Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War, spoilers in case you guys haven't seen it. There was this fight between Kenpachi and the Stone Ritter that like everything he imagines comes to life, happens, becomes reality, and he imagined himself being as strong as Kenpachi, but his body couldn't handle Kenpachi's power, so he just basically destroyed himself. So that's why I was thinking, during that moment. But yeah, they started this episode with, I'm like, when Akutagawa and Atsushi found each other and then they started fighting, I'm like, people, we don't have time for this. And Atsushi tried to convince Akutagawa that they don't have time for this, like the Moby Dick is gonna fall and everything. And he's like, I don't care, I'm here to kill you. And then you hear Dazai supposed to yada yada. Is that what he said? Either way, he's like, oh my goodness, we don't have time to deal with this right now. Do this. He tells Atsushi to follow his instructions to the letter, and he can go past Akutagawa. So he's like, okay. And then Atsushi called Akutagawa, and he's like, I'm on the phone basically with Dazai, and he wants to talk to you. Huh? And then he just throws the thing out, and then Dazai so funny. It was so funny and adorable, and my heart broke for him when like he put the thing on the phone. He wanted to hear Dazai, and then there was just like a tone, like he wasn't there on him. I'm like, oh, my heart broke for him, because he just was his approval so much. So Atsushi took that opportunity to slip away from Akutagawa, and then he went and faced Francis. Francis was there. There was the remote there that was supposed to stop Moby Dick from falling to the ground, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna give you first of all, he was on a phone call with Zelda. I'm like, who's Zelda? Is it his girlfriend or whatever? There was this photo there, and then he was saying something about this other person being on a trip. So I'm like, huh? What's happening? But then Atsushi came in and he gave him the choice of either, like, the thing is there, on count of 3 we're gonna run to it, whoever picks it up first wins. And Atsushi is like, okay, I need to outsmart this dude. And I'm like, I don't know why, but I always sort of like, especially underestimate, like, I don't put that much value in Atsushi, when it comes to solving problems. So when he's like, I'm gonna outsmart Francis, I'm like, that's that. I don't see that happening. I don't see you being smart enough to outsmart him. And that's what happened. He couldn't do anything against Francis, and Francis revealed what his ability was. The great Fitzgerald. However amount of money he spent, that's how strong he becomes. So he was fighting Atsushi, and then Akutagawa showed up, and he was just like beating Atsushi, telling him to get up. Like he can't understand him. Like, why is he this person? Why are you someone that Dazai basically values more than he values him? So he's just like, what is this? And Francis was there, like, not liking being ignored, and he started attacking Akutagawa. Akutagawa started, okay, I'm gonna fight you now. He was calling him a dessert. And sushi was the main dish, and Francis was the dessert. I'm like, what the heck? That was such a dope line, But Francis wasn't happy with that, and then he spent money and he just punched Akutagawa. And how did the fight go again? I'm forgetting. But either way, during the fight, I guess a hearing. Oh no, Francis was the one that was telling Atsushi that he knows about his past, about how his parents, like the president of the orphanage where he was, tried to kill him twice or something. Okay, and then the guy told him that what he's doing to him is even like nothing compared to what his birth parents did to him. Like, really? Okay. So hearing the conversation between Atsushi and Francis, that's where Akutagawa fully understood what was going on with Atsushi. So he's like, so you're doing all of this, you're willing to throw your life away and to save others and all of that just because you want. That's how you feel like you're giving value to your life. And he just called him like an idiot, worthless, and stuff. And during that, well, he was kicking him and everything. I think that's when he said that showing your strength in combat or something or other like that is the way to like give yourself value or something. I don't know. That's where he's thinking that's what he's thinking that he needs to do for Dazai to approve of him. While you have Sushi there, that's like, okay, I need to, in order for me to feel like I'm worthy of being alive, I need to do everything that I possibly can to save people, even if I have to throw my life away and all of that. Excuse me. So I don't feel like going through all of this. Basically, they sort of understood each other at the end, especially after Francis told them both that they were similar. They didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to hear that. Oh, that elevator scene where Akutagawa was berating Atsushi for not realizing how lucky he was, how he has all these friends, he has this great ability that he doesn't even like understand how great his ability. He doesn't have any confidence in himself, but he has these great friends, and he has Dazai's like approval, and then that's where he clicked to Atsushi that Akutagawa wants is Dazai's approval. He's like, Dazai-san? What does that have to do with our conversation right now or something? I don't know. Was that previously? Oh, I'm so confused right now. Maybe because I'm hungry. But either way, after they took the elevator up there, Francis was waiting for them, and that's when Francis revealed why he's doing all of these things. And it's because whatever book that he's looking for, and he feels like Atsushi is the one that's going to be leading him to that book, he can use that book to bring back his daughter to life. Because after his daughter died, his wife basically had a mental breakdown, and she's now like living in this fantasy world of where their daughter is not really dead and she's out studying somewhere. So he's like, I'm gonna make that a reality no matter what I have to do. So he just spent all his money and to gain all this strength, and now he's about to face, I love that Akutagawa's ability to like basically don the clothes of Rashoumon or whatever. He looked so cool. So he did that, and then you have Atsushi that also called out his ability, Beast Under the Moonlight. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, so now they're both about to face Atsushi, and Atsushi reminded Akutagawa that, you know, if they don't stop Moby Dick from falling, then Dazai is gonna die. And you know how much Akutagawa cares about Dazai, so it's like, yeah, we need to do whatever we can to stop Francis right now. And as they were walking toward Francis, Sushi told Akutagawa that Dazai already approved of him. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like he already did. Maybe he didn't say like with his words to Akutagawa in such a way that he can understand that Dazai already approved of him. But the way that I feel like, the way that I knew that Dazai approved of him was when what was his name? They showed him this episode. Dazai's friend that died, Odasaku. Yeah, when Odasaku went to go save Akutagawa when he was captured, you know, by that group, and was he captured? I don't know. Either way, he was in danger, and Odasaku went there to save him just because of how much he appreciated Dazai, and he knew that Dazai cared about Akutagawa. Oh my goodness, that's how I knew, in my case, that Dazai valued or cared about Akutagawa. So yeah, I just love his sort of like devotion, or his whatever he wants from Odasaku. No, Odasaku. Dazai. People, I'm tired. I'm hungry. So I feel like I'm not properly articulating what I want to say, so let me just stop here. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/freelymini, and you can also see the full length for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.